Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards. I'm bringing you another exciting opening. This time we have these super boxes. We got two of these bad boys. I was able to find these at my local Walmart for 60 bucks. No, 50 bucks. 50 bucks. So, just going to kind of dive right in. There really isn't anything kind of similar to the Mega Box, and I don't think there's anything that they guarantee you outside of the obvious, right? The oversized card, the companion card, and then you get those silver board parallels. So I guess maybe those count, even though it's its own pack. But other than that, you get a whole bunch of kind of standard packs to dig through, which you can find stuff in. I've seen people pull HFAs and stuff like that. But let's get right into it now that we're open. This guy here is pretty well beat up, so let's start with him. Let's hope it's not a giant pain to take these out of here, as it can be sometimes. Alright, well there's one-ish. Let's get rid of the box. Because unfortunately there's really nothing to show you. Let's see here. So the pins can be Judge, Wood, Lee, Otani, apologies, Tatis, J-Rod, Acuna, Vladdy, Gunnar, Witt. Those are the same inserts. So that's it. And there's 25 oversized cards. They don't go into who those are. And I don't know how many companion cards there are. If they're maybe the same or something like that. But as we've said in years past, it's definitely targeted towards a younger collector with all the interesting kind of add-ins that they give you. The pin, the oversized card, all that stuff. And as I've said in the past, if you don't feel like going out and spending the money for the oversized penny sleeve and the oversized top loader, you can simply get a comic book bag and board, and that will accommodate as well. So there's that stuff. I realized we revealed the big card, so hopefully we can keep the companion card secret. But I haven't been able to find these in the last couple releases, so just glad to finally get my hands on them. I'll say one thing, it might be annoying to go to stores where stuff's locked up, but it's also a lot easier to find stuff at those stores because people are a lot less likely to ask a cashier for something. So just a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a pro tip, but a bit of a hack. You know, if you have a Walmart or Target around you that locks the stuff up, might not be a bad way to go. All right. So here's box 1, or 2, I mean, and here's box 2's big card, etc. Box 2, or 1, wow. And let's get to business, shall we? Because that took 4 minutes just to open those. Let's see. Can you rip these? You pretty much never can, so. Our first pin is Francisco Lindor. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these pins, but at some point I'll have to figure it out. I feel like I have around a dozen right now from previous years. So, Fat, Kershaw, Gray, got DeCenzo, Finnegan, Vargas, Scott. We have a numbered card already. Oakland Athletics, Brent Rooker to 225. Ellie Stars, Benintendi, Sanchez. So not bad. First pack, one numbered card. Brown, Gordon, Bradley, Reds, Bohm, Thorpe, France. Ooh, Bobby Witt on the All-Tops team. Love it. Shota, Amador, Rocchio. Hopefully you all watched my Monster Box review where we finally pulled the elusive James Wood base card. At least elusive to me. So I was stoked. Jackson Merrill. Anthony Rendon. Mayo. Or Mayo. I'll try to keep these videos as economical as possible too. Get these packs open pretty quickly. At least they're no longer gluing them together. That was always stupid. Oh man, we just hit another home field advantage. Kobe Mayo. That's awesome. And a Dylan Cruz 1990, which is nice. Look at that. Home field advantage. Kobe Mayo. Oh man. My second one. That's awesome. If it was any other duplicate player or something, I don't think I'd be so happy, but it being a young bird, I will take it. Swellenback, Riley Green. Now I will say, so a little bit of a secret is the companion card is one of the shortest printed cards of all. So if you get a nice rookie of the companion card, it can fetch a nice number. Vladdy. So just a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a pro tip. I don't like calling myself a pro or whatever. As I'm just as much an amateur as anybody. I just enjoy opening cards. But a little something to those of you out there that like to make deals and try to make a few bucks on things. Logan Webb. Three to go. Then we'll check out our oversized. We'll check out the companion and finish with the silver pack, which have been very hard to get good stuff in because they do the entirety of the set. There's Kobe Mayo, Eflin. Whereas I want to say when they first started doing these, which was what, back in 23, I don't think they did the entirety of the set. That's why it was a little bit easier to get the bigger rookies, but I could be off on that as well. Going off memory, and it's been a couple of years. Last regular pack. Whitcomb, Jimenez, River Ryan, Hall to the Hall, Ichiro, James Wood, Stars, and Acuna. So that finishes up the base packs. Let's see what we got here. So we know this is Arenado. Jacob Wilson on the companion card. CC 23. So nice one there. And Nolan Arenado. That was awesome. I dropped him right on my home field advantage card for a sec, but we seem to be all right. Foilboard pack. You can have just some awful, awful luck, like I said. Christopher Sanchez, Amador, it's a nice one. Rocchio, De La Cruz, Locklear. So Amador, not a bad one. But there we go. So that's our first one. Home field advantage being the big one. 1 numbered card, 2 parallels. And of course the case hit HFA. Let's open up the pin. See if we get somebody other than Lindor. And we do. We get J-Rod. So J-Rod and Lindor. I don't know what to do with this stupid thing. Let's just do that, I guess. On to the packs. So once again, it's one of those deals where if you're looking for the silver foil board cards, obviously it's the only place you can get them. You know, same with the companion cards, same with the oversized cards, and same with the pins, if you're into that kind of thing. Other than that, everything in here is gettable, obtainable from other means. Vladdy Sr. Mayo, Springer. So it'll be interesting to see how it compares to a monster box, right? Interesting that you would say such a thing, because that's what we're going to do in our next video. We're going to do a face-off. And this pack is all kinds of screwed up. We're going to do a face-off between a super box and a mega box, or monster box, whatever you want to call the darn thing. Mark Vientos. And see which one comes out on top in terms of just, you know, obviously parallels, but also just the overall coolness factor. We pull some cool stuff from this and not from this type of deal. You all know how I do it. It's more of a, just a fun type of thing rather than number by number. This is better than this and that and yada yada. This would fetch more than this, that kind of deal. And always on the hunt for more James Wood cards. So I can build multiple sets. Got another gold. And it's an Evan Carter Future Stars 1277. So 2 boxes, 2 golds. It's not bad. I mean, like I said previously, my hobby boxes that I bought for 90 bucks each were a gold card a piece, 1 numbered card. So that's really not bad. Call to the Hall, Babe Ruth. Corey Seager, Mason Wynn, Grant McCrae. 4 packs to go. Ray Days full PCA. Arver, Missner, Ready for Mean, Fed, Vlad Jr., Renhefo, and Singer. 3 to go. Tearing down the track towards the finish line in this one. Blackman, Doyle, Lindor, Hers, Jones, Smith, Avadas, Mike Schmidt, 1990. Palacios, Chaparro, 2 to go. Kim, there's a Blaylock, Thorpe. Sit on Rafaela. Future Star Parallel, that's a nice one. 2nd year. And last pack of quote-unquote standard Series 1 cards. Willie Castro, Bassett, Finnegan, Vargas, Bohm, Butler, Shohei on the training ground. That is awesome. Very cool. Signing autographs, it looks like. Jordan, DeGrom, Dodger, or Angels. All right, oversized and companion. Got a Blue Jay. Oh, we got Devers and Vlad Jr. Devers and Vlad Jr. Very cool. I like the Vlad over the Arenado personally. I just like the Vlad. I think he's a better player. And last, the silver board card. Ooh, better player. That's a tough one. A guy I like to watch more, let's say. Because Arenado probably the better all-around player if you were to go stat by stat. All right. So this is it. The foil board pack. Cronenworth, Brooks Baldwin, Brenton Doyle, Lindor, DJ Hers. So no big names in the silver packs, really. And as I said, very tough since they do the entirety of the set. But with that said, that is our super box review. And it was fun, man. Like, I fully expected to get nothing out of these boxes. As I've seen numerous people say that there's nothing in these. They're glorified kind of blasters where you're really not going to get anything outside of the stars of MLB. But we got a couple of nice numbered cards. Got the case hit, home field advantage. So, I mean, I'm certainly not complaining. But as I said, this is for, does it appeal to you in terms of, are you after the exclusive items? The pins, the base card, or the oversized card, the companion card, and then, of course, the silver foil board packs. If you think all of that is worth the $50 on top of the, whatever it is, 10 packs of base cards, then go for it. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. At the same time, I think this is a really cool way to get your kids into it. You can tack these big cards up on the wall or something. I doubt they're going to be very, worth a ton of money down the line. So, do what you want with them, really. But if you're looking for a way to store them, as I said, comic book, bag and board, standard one, fits it pretty nicely, and it'll keep it nice and secure. But yeah, that's definitely what these are for. So with that said, we're going to do one more video. It's going to be a super box versus a mega box. We're going to see which one comes out on top, considering their relatively similar price tags. But that's it for this one. If you'd head down below, click the subscribe button, click the like while you're there. Put out videos every Monday and Friday, and would love to have you along for the ride. It's always a blast doing stuff like this. And as I said, I would love to have you along for that ride. And the last thing I want to say is just thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the comments, the views, the talks at shows and stuff like that. It's an absolute blast, and you guys are the best. So thank you times 1,000. And with that said, I'll get you on out of here and catch you in the next video. Peace.